Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing the Hublot Big Bang Unico 42, a model launched in 2018. It is still big, and it's still a bang, but it's more wearable on a smaller wrist. It comes out strong with a combination of black ceramic bezel, resin inserts, and grade 5 titanium case, 42 millimeters in diameter, 14.6 millimeters thick, and then 52 millimeters lug tip to lug tip. So this is still a large watch, but you can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it's a more natural fit. Now I can wear the 45 millimeter version of this watch, but this is more agreeable altogether and viable on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. This again is a 16 centimeter circumference wrist. You can see it's more viable with a sleeve than you might think. Casual shirts and sport jackets, just not the tightest of dress sleeves. The end of the case on both sides is curved down to help wrap the strap and the end of the watch around your wrist in elegant form. Now we have a little one-click release system, so you can swap the strap quickly. There are many Hublot alternatives that you can find in their catalog and on their website, so you can change the look of your watch. Now you can see it works just like an automotive seatbelt buckle, snaps right back into place, very simple. As they have since the first MDM Genève Hublot model back in 1980, Hublot specializes in rubber straps. You can see it's an integrated look tapered strap with some character lines down the center, thins out considerably as it approaches the clasp, and you can see this is a brand new Hublot factory strap here. The clasp is made of titanium, and as you can see, it is a twin trigger release. And there's a little Hublot H logo built into the inner chassis. You take the strap, you tuck it in, and you buckle it down, and then there's no excess length visible, no strap minder loops, and all of the excess length is tucked underneath the clasp. Gives it a very clean look. You can also see that there is an insert of ceramic on the clasp body to help further mitigate against scratches. Rolling over to the case, I should mention that Hublot uses grade 5 tie here. Grade 5 tie is lighter than steel and also harder than standard 316 or 904L steel. So the watch is light, but it doesn't sacrifice durability. This is a more scratch-resistant titanium. You can see Hublot uses a combination of polish and satin, and then you see these ubiquitous H-pattern Hublot bolts just about everywhere. I should mention that the Unico caliber is a flyback chronograph, reset and restart with the trigger without ever having to stop at first. You can see the sleeved chronograph pushers are designed to look like automotive pistons, and of course Hublot loves motorsports, so that's a nod and a wink to every watch guy's other passion. The crown is a screw down, the watch is 100 meters water resistant, the bezel is polished outboard and satinated on its top, and you can see the attention to detail with each little bolt having both a media blasted center and a polished rim. So the bezel is very scratch resistant, being made in cooked ceramic. It helps, along with the sapphire crystal, to deflect scratches from your watch, and it really acts as a heat shield for the rest of the watch. You can see there are resin, really polymer composites on the side. They're a high-tech impact-absorbing plastic. So you have a couple of different materials here. There's also a rubber shoulder around the crown. The dial is open, allowing you to see the caliber 1280 Unico 2 underneath. You can see there's a little skeletonized date wheel. That is there, and then we'll move the hands out of the way. The watch has all of the fun chronograph components on the dial side. So you'll note we do have that hacking seconds function. We also have a quick set date. You can see I'm cycling that skeletonized date wheel. But then you'll also note that we have elements of the underlying works visible. At center you can see the motion works that regulate the position of the hand. And then we also have the column wheel, which you can see just above numeral 6. And then alongside that you can see the lateral clutch. So you can actually see the clutch disengaging and engaging, disengaging and engaging. The Unico is built inside out, so all this fun chronograph mechanism is on the dial side. It is loomed. Let's do a loom shot. As you can see, surprisingly well loomed, including the small seconds. Flip it all over. We got caliber 1280. It's 1.3 millimeters thinner than the original Unico 1240, so this is 6.75 millimeters thick, making it viable in a smaller watch. Automatic winding, 72-hour power reserve. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. You can see the iridescent purple-blue of its silicon escapement, which helps to improve performance between services and reduces the need outright for service. Again, it's a column wheel lateral clutch, so the column wheel makes for a very crisp engagement. And the lateral clutch, though not quite as efficient as a vertical clutch, is considered more poetic and it's definitely the choice of those who are connoisseurs of horology, because Patek, no less than Patek, considers the lateral clutch chronograph to be the more sophisticated and challenging mechanism to build and tune. All of this pivoting on 43 jewels with a lovely nickel anthracite coating. You can see Hublot uses a combination of Edicron and then a rack and pinion fine adjustment mechanism with an Hublot H on it. So this watch, which is described as full adjusted, I'm going to assume that means 5 positions, which is chronometer standard full adjustment. It can be tuned very accurately. This is a watch that has a lot to offer and a lot to love, even for smaller wrists. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.